I am content creator Joie Garrity. I'm the founder of Superstar Women Entrepreneurs Media Network and Joie G113. I'm dedicated to empowering women entrepreneurs to create a beautiful, personal, and professional lifestyle by spotlighting superstar tools, tips, and resources that gain them ease and grace. Every episode, myself, along with a featured guest, share our Superstar Women Entrepreneurs journey on my globally recognized show, Superstar Women Entrepreneurs Spotlight with Joie. Hi, everyone. Hi, welcome to Superstar Women Entrepreneurs Spotlight with Joie. I'm your content creator, Joie Garrity. You can learn more about me, my products, and my services at joieg113.com. And on one of these shows, I'm going to be sharing about why I named my company Joie G113. You can find it out there on blogs, etc. If you do, put it in the comments section. It does have to do with two very famous entrepreneurs that everyone globally knows about. I have an amazing guest today, but before I bring her on, there's swag. You know how I like myself some swag because I love myself red carpet, everything. I love this notebook. I think it's so chic and cool, and I love the butterfly on it. It has a lot of sentimental value to me because after my brother passed away, I saw butterflies all the time, and I still do, and it reminds me of him. This is by one of my favorite brands, West Emery. And so I'm going to be giving this away. Wait till the end of the show to learn how. All right, everyone. I have an incredible guest today. We're going to be talking about how to light up your business with KBLX radio host NIKKI Thomas. I'm a huge fan of hers. We've never met in person. I've been watching her on LinkedIn and she's got this such a vibrant energy about her. She's so positive. I knew that she was so like-minded. And here's the thing, sisters, is that she's all about supporting women out there and empowering them. So I had to have her on the show, right? All right, let me tell you a little bit about this superstar. NIKKI Thomas is a radio host, certified yoga instructor. I love yoga. I got back into yoga a few years ago, NIKKI. Speaker and Emcee and Digital Creator. She has over 30 years on stages and on the radio, over 7 years digital creation and live streaming. She's open, get this, for Les Brown and Steve Harvey. How cool is that? So let's bring her up from the green room and let's say hello to NIKKI Thomas. Hi, NIKKI. How are you?
I love it. Up from the green room. I feel so special and important right now. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. This is exciting to
Oh,
be together.
I know. I love social media. I love it. I fell in
I
love
do
with it
too.
years and years ago because we can connect with awesome people like you.
Mhm.
And like I said, I've been watching you on LinkedIn for a while, and you just have such a great presence. And I know how you are all about empowering women. So grateful that you said yes for coming on. I want to just roll right into the B roll because you sent me some killer B roll, and I was like, oh my God, this is so good. Um, I want to show this in particular.
Wow. Sometimes we try to make things happen and we're not aligned. The body, mind, the spirit are going in all these different directions.
Like, okay, we're moving in a different direction, NIKKI. And I said, me too.
All the great things in life come from you being challenged, of you breaking a sweat, of you stretching to your utmost. I didn't like it. It didn't feel good, but dang, look what happened. So what's one of the best things you've ever done, ladies? Your kids, right?
I love that. I want to, first of all, I love that you do the applause at the front end.
Oh, yeah. Well, and let me just I'm going to drop in some actual reality here for all the creators that are watching. I did that with Canva, and it was a speaker reel, and I wanted to change the beginning. So I had the applause there, and I just kind of redid the beginning with that cover that's there. You were talking about social media. Social media is the most powerful tool because there are no barriers to anybody nowadays.
Yeah.
And the other great tools are things like Canva, that anything that's in your head that you can see, you can create it. very simply. So thank you for that. I just, I don't know. Sometimes we have imposter syndrome. I know I suffer from it a whole lot, where it's like you have to come into the reality of who you are and what you've done and be okay with it. So, I appreciate that, you liked it.
No, I loved it. I love, love, love. I like the applause at the beginning. A big part of my branding is I do everything around spotlights, right? So spotlights on all my covers, my books. I put myself on the cover, my second book, which took courage. So let's talk about stretching and growing,
Oh,
because I think that that's a great lead in, because that was a stretch, sister. Let's talk about that, because I know in your trailer and in this teaser video, you talk about that. So what's that about for you?
well, I'm glad that this was the first thing that we're jumping in on, because, we're talking about lighting yourself up, lighting your business up.
Yeah,
Before you light up your business or your relationship or your bank account, you've got to light yourself up first,
that's right.
right? And lighting yourself up sounds, that it's going to be blissful and wonderful and, but it's going to be some discomfort.
Oh,
And
you
stretching is one of those ways. Stretching yourself and getting out of your comfort zone. I don't know if it was in the speaker reel, but getting out of your comfort zone and staying out, never going back to that comfortable space. I
yes.
think we confuse comfort and rest. Of course you're going to rest, but you do not want to be comfortable,
No.
because comfort is something that will keep you stagnant. And I think we all know that on the inside, and we want to ignore it or avoid the fact that, you know let it stretch, let it challenge. You might have to have a few crying fits, or
Oh, yeah.
how you get so upset you want to fight the air, or
Oh, yeah.
you're gonna have a few of those, but what's on the other side of that?
Yes, it's true. I actually think that the stretch and the growth, the uncomfortableness is actually gains you more confidence. And I never put the 2 together for a very long time. I thought
Mhm.
driving myself on the ground, working myself crazy, especially in the entertainment business I came from, working myself to the bone, that kind of thing, that was gonna give me the confidence, but actually that's the back door. I think it's the stretch. I think it's the uncomfortableness. I think putting yourself on the cover of your next book, sisters out there that are watching this, women entrepreneurs, right? Do
Yeah.
it, because that stretch gives you confidence. And let me tell you, sister, I wanted to burn this book down. I wanted to burn the house down. I wanted to burn my husband and me down. I mean, I wanted to burn my whole world down,
Right.
right?
Right. You're right. It's so strange you said that. I was just watching another entrepreneur. She said, "Have you ever wanted to burn your business to the ground?"
Yeah,
So it's a feeling that gets ignited in all of us, where it's like, I can't do this anymore. And if any of the women who are watching, if you've had a baby, you know what this means. The ring of fire, ladies.
mhm.
Y'all know what the ring of fire is if you've had a baby. It gets to the point where you're saying, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this. I can't do it.
Yeah,
That's where the breakthrough is, right on the other side of that.
yeah,
So I remember I said that a few seconds before my daughter, just kind of popped out. I said, I can't do oh, wow.
yeah,
And I didn't even understand. It was like some kind of transcendence, because I heard this noise and I said, what was that? And I said, that's your baby.
yeah.
I had forgotten there was a baby. All I could concentrate on was the pain.
Sure.
So, it's like you leave your body, then you come back. So that is like the perfect metaphor for what any of this is about.
Yes,
When you
sister.
get when you get to the end of that pain, I can't do this, I can't take it, I want to burn everything down. Hey, welcome. You've broken through to another level.
And I also told leaders too, I said, "You're in great company.
Yeah.
You're in good company," right? Burning your house down, that's the easy way out, right? Not coming out with the book, that would have been the easy way out, but it wouldn't have built a confidence. It wouldn't have built part of the empire in terms of me sharing my gifts and talents with the world. So stay uncomfortable. And that's why I love yoga, right? Because you got to sit in that positioning, break through those old stories. Then you get to stretch out of it again, right? Game changer, game changer. I love to share here. You share about, I officially turned into a digital creator inside the pandemic of 2020. I realized I could create value through my content, my contacts, and digital creations.
Yeah.
That. So what was the aha? What was the connecting the dots there?
I'm going to tell the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Sure.
And I'm sure everybody has a story about how the pandemic changed them. And it's another example of kind of going through that fire.
Sure.
But, working at the radio station, I don't know if a lot of folks realize that, everything kind of went online. So we were working from home on the radio, and there's ways to do it. That's another show probably as far as the technology, but it's very simple technology that really looks like what I'm using right now, laptop microphone. Everyone that was a client of our radio station, we had to think of a way to connect with people quick, fast, and in a hurry. They weren't in their cars anymore, because that's when people listen to the radio. They're in their cars, either going to work or coming home from work. So morning, afternoon drive, that's the big money makers. So what happened is, hey, we don't have that anymore. How do we connect with people? People are at home on social media. So we had to create more live streams. We had to create more interviews. We had to give information to people because everybody was scared and freaked out and trapped in their houses. So I knew it was there, but it was like, what's the saying about opportunity meets preparation or something like that? I had to jump into action because I had to provide value for our clients.
Sure.
And the light bulb moment for me is like, well, if I can provide value to our clients, I can provide value to clients of my own.
Right. Oh, so that was a crossover for you.
It was absolutely a crossover. So I literally was doing things. We worked with companies like AARP. I did like right in this space here, I had like a live yoga meditation session.
Nice.
Because this is what we needed. The needs changed like this because it's like people are at home, they're afraid, they're stressed out. I was like, well, why don't we do live yoga and meditation? That's something that would have been unheard of just a few short years ago because people were running around. I don't have time to sit and do yoga and meditation. Hey, listen, you're sitting still. You have no place else to go. Let's sit and kind of relieve some of the stress. So I figured that, wow, I can do this for myself because, if you work for any company, you're getting a percentage of what's actually happening. You're getting the nickels. So I was like, wow. So it became one of my best times as far as, getting kind of the extras that come along with being on the radio. So it was a good year for me. 2020 was a good year for me financially. And I'm like, I wonder if I can make it good for myself with just me and this laptop and this microphone. So I started to do more and open myself up to more possibilities and listening to what my audience and my community wanted from me.
Yes, it's beautiful, sister.
So it's, I have a unique skill set, radio and event hosting, and I'm a certified yoga instructor. So I don't know. It kind of represents how so many of us are living our lives right now. The words digital creator and digital nomad and remote worker. It's a whole thing now. People want to live their lives as they create them.
Yes.
And all these tools give us that power.
Yeah, and let people in. I love meditation. It's been a game changer for me for years and years and years. I think it is absolutely how to start your day. Let's watch a little bit more of your speaker reel here.
Peeling away the unnecessary layers, right? To get to the inner champion, to get to the best self. I like to call it the supreme self. Our families project their fears onto us. So get out of your comfort zone and jump into your genius zone. That is where you are always uncomfortable. We say comfort zone as if it's something that's temporary. So get out of your comfort zone and stay out. Be in position to be.
I love that. That's great advice. It's great advice about you can make it happen now, right? But it takes courage. It takes courage to jump. But that's why it's so important that we have these shows so people know that they're not alone, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, listen, I'm like, if I can do it, anyone could do it. You couldn't have told me that I was going to be a live streamer. You couldn't have told me I was going to be an author. Not one time in my entire life. It never was even a dream. It was so like, I'm like, what? Right. And now I'm an author of 2 books and I have my own show and my own media network. Right. But growing up, I didn't have that kind of stretch for myself yet. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Let's jump into your tip. So, self-employment came from self-awareness. Nothing will grow your business faster than a mind-body practice. That is the truth. That's the biggest. If you don't have an inner game, you're not going to have a thriving business. It's impossible.
Ooh. Well, that's all the time we have. That's pretty much it. Thank you and good night.
Right?
It's a very simple truth. I have a really good friend of mine, one of the smartest people I know, who has a thriving, wonderful business. And, when he speaks, I take notes. And he said, let me tell you the thing I tell any entrepreneur. He's like, have some kind of fitness practice. And of course, I'm a yoga teacher. I'll push yoga out there. But the thing is, your body, your mind, and your creativity, your business is coming from the inside.
Yes.
You've got to be kind of lit with the ideas and the energy and the focus, because I don't know anybody out there who's tried to, create a business for themselves and, focusing and being structured. Those are things that we have to, learn all over again if you've been an employee for a long time. I know it's the toughest part for me.
Oh, yeah.
Where do you go to get those things? Your practice. That's where you go. Now, this friend of mine recommended, he says he rides his bike for 20 miles. I was like, okay, can we slow down a little bit?
Right.
But whatever works for you,
Whatever works
for you, you've got to move your body to generate all that energy and to connect with the creator. You notice how creativity and creator sounds like the same thing. It is. So, when you connect with source, when you make the time to, number one, move your body, because people, okay, yoga, meditation, you move first.
Yeah.
The yoga comes first, and then maybe some breath work, and then sit in meditation.
Right.
Meditation is very difficult if you to try to jump that you're thinking about everything. Well, let me just sit here and try to clear my mind. Doesn't work that way.
Right.
The movement helps you to clear your mind.
It's so true. I love that. Let's everyone out there sit with that for a second about how the inner game and then the movement of your body, right?
Mhm.
Exercise, right? The daily habits that you have, how they are in direct alignment to where your business is today. I truly believe that. I truly believe that.
It's not a joke or a game at all. It's absolutely the truth. I know for me, I see, that I have a lot of free time nowadays as a blessing. You know what I mean?
Freedom.
Sometimes, moving away from certain
Freedom.
situations as far as work and said, hey, wait, I have time now. So I give myself 2 or 3 hours to just be in my space. I'm going to, move and meditate. I am going to brainstorm ideas. Structure is one thing, because it's like, hey, I'm going to sit down and do some deep work. But before that, because they say out of chaos comes clarity. So I let my mind wander and I move my body. I might walk around. I might lay down and do some movements. I let my mind wander and I see what comes from it. And when I get that together, then it's like, hey, I got a great idea. Let me do some deep work on it. So the things that you see, like the speaker reel and all that, I can sit and allow, all the things to come to me, what I want it to look like, because it's a very non-linear process. If you're any kind of creator, you know what I mean. Non-linear. It doesn't come to you in order. It doesn't come neatly. It doesn't, come in any kind of form or fashion. You have to kind of put it that way, but you have to be open enough to just grab all of the great things that'll kind of come at you.
I want to talk about that because I just had Shannon Crody on my show, and she talks about this image on her cover. She literally did this in real time. She had a vision, and then she dived into a deep end of a pool, right? And had the photographer take a. The story is it's so cool what she did, but she talks about that. She talks about the dream, right, and the vision because you got to sit there and you got to let it download. You got
Oh,
to let it download first, right?
what's her name again? What?
Shannon Crody, she's the CEO of Polka Dot Powerhouse.
Okay, well, look, I need to be best friends with her. Do we know anything about her astrology?
I did not ask her astrology, but I love it about your media kit. You literally tell us what your sign is. I was like, I
Oh,
love her.
well, we just talked about self-awareness. We have so many spiritual tools that'll let us know ourselves a little bit better.
Yes.
And I know for me, getting great ideas is not the problem. I've got a great idea every few seconds.
Oh, that's so
Putting
cool.
them in a container and putting them into a structure and a system, that's my issue. So
Mm,
I know who and where and when to reach out to when I need some help. So it's interesting the way you described it. That's the way so many things come to me. Either it's a dream, it's a vision, it's just like you're saying, it comes to me in real time. I see the whole thing and it's like, wow, I have to put this whole thing together. So I would imagine she had a vision of the thing.
she did.
And then the
Yeah.
reality of making it happen was the work. And it's like, if I see a vision of myself like that, and I'm like, wow, where does that come from? I mean, I
Even
know.
down to the shoe falling off of her foot.
Uh-huh.
That was an
Yeah.
accident. It wasn't supposed to happen like that. And then
I
but it was in the vision, and then she told the photographer, said, "No, that's my vision, that's right." And he was like, "Oh, this book." I had a dream and a vision of the media network, SW Media Network that you're on right now,
mhm.
and I was on the fence, and I heard about her book. I do believe that the divine connects dots for us.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
read the book in one sitting, the next day I launched. She has a strategy in there that's super simple,
Oh.
but it was something I could put in play, and the next day I literally launched the network, and that was in
Oh.
February of this year, right? And
Show me
you're on.
one more time, girl. I got to see the cover of that book one more time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it in the comment section too with the link to it. It's
Deep
called The
end.
Deep End. No one's peeing in the deep end, okay, of the pool, right? Because you're
That
talking.
makes so much perfect. I need to because Aquarius. I was like, is she an Aquarius or a Gemini or something air like that? That is a air sign process that she's
She
talking
probably
about.
is. We gotta reach out to her. I'm gonna ask her what her sign is. She's gonna be like, "Cool." I'll introduce you guys for sure. She's very cool. I mean, she's definitely a bottom
Oh,
liner too. She's a visionary, bottom liner dreamer, and the structure part is always like a little bit, which it was for me too for years, but I worked for Germans in
hmm.
Hollywood.
Wow.
Very structural component, so they helped me to structure when I was quite
Right.
young, because I was down there when I was 25 years old. I wanna talk about a share of mine here. Make sure to keep in mind that you want to entertain the marketplace when sharing your gifts and talents. Live streaming is a great way to do that. I think that that's so important. I think that people sometimes get into the posting social media influence world, and they forget that we're here to entertain. Wanna
Hmm.
entertain people. They tend to learn faster, and they tend to comprehend more when you're entertaining them, and Walt Disney was great at that. So
Well, yeah, I'll add to that too. It's entertain, inspire, inform. There's so many ways to like just grab that attention because you're asking, what does my audience need from me?
that's right.
Every one of us has a different assignment. I have a good friend of mine who went from 0 to 100, over 100,000 followers on Instagram because she inspired other people that had autoimmune disease.
Oh, right.
Do you know that there are people that have been trouble getting out of bed?
Sure, of
You know
course.
what I mean? So
Yeah,
that inspiration goes a long way for a whole lot of people.
yeah,
So, this is why it's so important that we have this connection, that we can listen to when the creator is speaking to us.
Truth, sister, truth.
Yeah. So yeah, your friend with the book, that's a wonderful, wonderful story.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. I have a question for you. As someone that is open for people like Steve Harvey, what has been one of the challenges that you've had to overcome?
Myself. That is the
It's
challenge
always
I've
us,
had.
right? It's just us, right? Because God's got it. God's
Oh,
like, I got the plan, and we're like, oh, we'll be we'll be the problem, you know what I
oh
mean?
yeah. Yeah. That brain. And and back to the astrology, the Aquarius, Gemini. If you're an air sign, you'll understand. It's like you can get stuck in your head and you're having a great
Yes,
time spinning these ideas, but you're not doing anything. So
yes.
myself is it. And I loved working with Steve Harvey. So our station, Steve was our morning show for a
Ah,
while. So the whole syndication situation, and I found his entire team to be very warm,
oh,
very
yeah.
welcoming, and the opening for Steve Harvey actually happened because he came to the Bay to host a Family Feud audition. And
Ah,
so I got to, kind of talk to the crowd and bring Steve Harvey on. So, again, the whole imposter syndrome will trick you. And I'll say, wow, what have I done when I'm writing my bio? What have I done? It's like, you've opened for Steve Harvey, So and I have a couple of steps here if you want me to share as far as like lighting yourself up and creating these changes.
Well, one step only, sister, because we're going to be wrapping up, and I
Okay.
want to make sure to show your teaser, your trailer, because I thought it was so cool.
Okay. You know what? I think we'll start at number one then. Number
All
one is
right.
community. If you're trying to create another mindset for yourself as a business person, you're trying to create a new identity, get in a circle of people that see the best parts of you,
True.
and they will not allow you to sink back into that old self.
I love, 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 love. That rolls right in my bonus tip about growing a strong inner game is also ultimate key to building a thriving business, right? So
Absolutely.
surrounding yourself with those people. And you know what? Sometimes we can get a little stuck, right?
Yeah. Oh, all the time.
And then you got to shift up your community a little bit,
Yeah. Mhm.
right? You gotta go, you know what? Maybe I should go to yoga today instead. Maybe I need to reach out to Nikki, who has this amazing yoga practice, or
Mhm.
go and see her speak. Because that's when the aha moments, when you start connecting the dots, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And since we have social media, since we have digital communities, it's easier than ever to create another version of yourself much quicker than you thought.
Yes.
So yeah, I would love to have you in my community. Anybody who's listening is saying, "Wait a minute, I want to do some things." Your community will pull you forward.
It's
They
so
will
true.
pull you forward and it will be uncomfortable. I have to put that out there,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But that's what you want. You want to be uncomfortable because you're moving so fast
And it's
and making dreams happen bigger and better than you imagined.
and it's more fun. I love this book. It's called Influencer Fast Track by
Mhm.
Gandhi Gabriel. I don't know if you read it or not. She's incredible. She takes you step by step by step. I wanted to share this with the audience out there because both being content creators, I'll get the question all the time, how do you become an influencer? And I'm telling you, she's full of integrity and she
Love it.
really helps you with the steps of becoming an influencer. And I think you'd be surprised by her book, everyone, because it has more to do with the strategies, but they're integrity based, right? She's not just
Love
saying
it.
post every 20 seconds, right?
Who can do that
Who can
nowadays?
do that anyways? Who can
Right.
do that anyways? I wanna jump into your trailer for a second here because I wanna show everyone. It's so cool. Here it is. Let's show everyone this. Oh, no, this yeah, let's hide that one for a second. Let's get
Okay.
out your
Yeah, there got a couple of them
trailer.
in
There
there.
we go. Is this it? Is this the trailer? Yeah.
I believe this is it.
Okay, let me see.
Okay, we're moving in a different direction, Nikki. And I said, me too.
How did you prepare for this role? Let's go, let's work, let's go, let's work, let's go.
through a few things to allow you to create your own do-it-yourself branding photo shoot.
So 2018, KBLX.com. It's NIKKI Thomas guest starring for
Cool or what, everyone? I love it. I love showing B-roll because it's like pillow talk.
Oh, yeah, I whipped that together in Canva last night. I said, let me put some things together here.
Oh, you did so good, sister. You did so good. It's been such a pleasure having you on the show.
I love this. Thank you so much. I mean, we could talk all day, you know, but it's
We
great
could
to
talk
just
all day.
connect and, you know, just kind of, I don't know, put some seeds and some new seeds in there for the day. So I really appreciate you. I am super inspired about what you're doing.
Thank you.
You're just, you know, you've got just some great creativity. So
Thank you.
thank you.
Well, I love Aquariuses. I'm a Libra. So,
This is all air. Then we could call this the air show.
it's one of those, just like, I don't know her, but I must know her now.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. I totally agree. So yeah, we won't be strangers ever again.
No.
I'm sure we'll connect and
Yeah.
collaborate again one day soon.
We will. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I appreciate you,
Love
Nikki.
you.
Nikki, she's so cool, isn't she? Nikki's cool, huh? Is that not cool that I found her on LinkedIn? I saw her. I was like, this woman's got it going on. She's a very, 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 very creative person, which I love. Um, so how do you win the swag? Because I talked about it earlier, right, everyone? Right? Don't you love this? How pretty is this? I love it on my desk when I walk by it. It makes me happy. I like chic. I just like everything to be chic and cool. Again, it has a lot to do with my Joey G113. So you could go out there and figure that out. But all you need to do is just say Numi Skin in the comment section, and I will put you in for a drawing, and you can win this. And then I will let you know who won, and I'll get this right out to you. I want to thank Nikki again. She is the coolest, right? She's got it going on out there. You can catch another show of Superstar Women Entrepreneur Spotlight with Joey every Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific Coast Time, 10 a.m. Central Coast Time, across my social media channels, on YouTube, on Vimeo, anywhere out there that we're doing live streaming, or anywhere out there that's social media in general. I always end it like this. It is your birthright as a woman entrepreneur to stand in your spotlight and shine very bright. Superstar women entrepreneurs out there. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I appreciate you. Bye, everyone. Until next time.